Hello again and welcome back to part 2 of the quadcopter build. So, little bit of progress. The computer is now mounted in the centre of the quadcopter and secure, and also cushioned as well for vibration. I've also now attached little flags to the motors, which just helps when you're setting it up because it's easy to see which direction the motor's spinning around in. Just about to mount the 2.4 gigahertz receiver. Not really decided where to mount it yet, probably just underneath one of the arms, or I might even mount it on the battery plate because there's probably enough room. Yeah, there is. So I'll mount it on the end of the battery plate. That will be absolutely fine and quite good. Probably do it like that or like that, or like that. So that's how it will be. Powers that end, battery can slide in that way. I'll put some Velcro straps to mount it to hold the battery down, and the plug's on the right end. I might be better putting it that way, so the plug, yeah, I'll probably put it that way. So we'll be using a Turnigy 2.2, which is 2200 milliamps with a fast discharge rate of 30 C. Not quite sure what C is. Current, I suppose, I don't know. 3 cell 11.1 volt, and at a later date I might even see if I can pick up a 4 cell 14.8 volt, but that will do for now, and that will be quite fast. That is it. Right, cool. Okay, this is wired up. I think it's wired up correctly. Computer's reading suggesting that it's obviously got power and signal and such things. Finding diagrams on the internet was an absolute nightmare for wiring diagrams for the receiver. And the KK2 board itself, the main computer, that was easy to get wiring diagrams for. It was getting wiring diagrams for this, and then making sure that the channels were the correct way around, for obviously up and down, left and right, aileron, rudder, elevator, throttle of course. So, little quick check just to see. Obviously I've made little fans for the motors to help give us some kind of indication what they're rotating like. So first things we need to do is we pull down on the stick to the right, and it clearly suggests that the motor and the computer is now armed. So if we give a little bit of throttle, we've definitely got something going on. So a little bit of rudder, of that. So everything's doing something. Whether these things are going the right way around is another thing. Put it into safe mode. There we go. So, a little bit of trial and error. Difficult really to say whether it's doing what it should be doing. I suppose the easiest way is to put some propellers on and find out, but that could also end up being a disaster if it's wired up wrong. So yeah, I'm just going to have to use my brain a little bit, and when I've done that I'll come back and we'll see if we're any the wiser. So not overly exciting, but I just found in the menu a little thing you can do. In the settings, if it wants to focus up, I don't know, is it going to bother? There we go. So you can calibrate the trims, these little trims here and here. You calibrate those literally until they say 0, which means they're zeroed in central. And then moving the sticks forward and backwards will show you how much increments of forward and backwards we've got, for example, which clearly shows that putting the stick backwards is going forward, so that would suggest the channel's the wrong way around. So a quick flick of a switch, if I can get my finger in that little gap. Should be the right way around now. Let's see if forward. Oh, hang on a sec, what's happened here? So now I've got high figure, so that needs to come down to 0. Ooh. So forwards, correct. Backwards, also correct. So, aileron. Right. Left, also the wrong way around. So swap that one round as well. Great, that would have been a disaster in flight. So that's going to need adjustment now as well. Get that down to 0. No, 0, there we go. Good enough. Left, correct. Right, correct. So that's that. Throttle is also correct. Idle, yeah, that's the stick at the bottom. Rudder. Rudder left, rudder right. And we did actually have something correct then. Cool. So that all works. So again, another little thing you've got to do. This is how to calibrate the accelerometer. So obviously place aircraft on a level surface and press continue. The FC will then wait 5 seconds to let the aircraft settle down. Continue that. There we go. Calibrating. All the axes are okay. Continue. Calibration succeeded. Great. As you can see, there's so many things. So many things in the menu. I don't know what half of them mean. What does that even mean? I don't know. Put the self-leveling on. Oh, that'll do for now. Right, all wired up, all working correct, I think. Motors are all going the correct directions. Sticks are doing what they're supposed to do. Computer's doing what it says it's doing. So the next thing now is to connect some propellers, and then the next thing will be to see if it wants to fly, basically, or whether it buggers off over next door's fence, never to be seen again. So what I've got here is the propellers that I've already shown you, and the little mounts, so tapered mounts, they go on there like that, and then the little shim, which is the correct one there. Oh yeah, that's a bit better. And the propellers, that slots on there quite snug, and then the little mount on the top like so, and that just wants tightening up, and that is the first of our propellers. Brilliant. So we'll get them on and we'll see what happens. Right, fully assembled. There it is, the motors are on, computer's on, battery's on, everything is on. I haven't put the floodlight on it though, saying that. Don't really need that today though. So there it is. Right, I have to say I am nervous as hell. It is 9:15 at night, but part turning around the corner, so I can't wait any longer. So I'm going to take it to the park now and let's see what happens. Right. Right, so I'm on the park now. I thought this would be as good a place as any, being that the leisure centre are very kindly lighting me up with their floodlights. So let's give it a quick little flight, not much of a flight, but just to see if it hovers level and just basically see what it behaves like. And then we can make some adjustments and maybe do another test flight tomorrow. Right, hopefully we can get this on camera a bit. And I'm ready for flight. Got a big problem. fucker. Bastard. Right, just had a big fucking accident and about cut my fucking finger off. So I'm heading back to the house ASAP. Thought I might just shoot this video now. This is what happens if you get it wrong. Calibrating the ESCs, something's happened, I don't know what, and it fired up on me, and let's just say it's not good. As you can see, not good at all. I don't know whether I'm going to have to go to A&E right now, because I'm pouring with quite a lot of blood. I'm covered in blood in actual fact. As you can see, I've got quite a bad cut on this hand, but that's nothing like the cut on this hand, which is really, really bad. So I'll give you an update when I can, basically. Pam's on her way now. I don't know whether we're going to A&E or what. Really not quite sure. Okay. Well, it's 10:30. Didn't go quite as well as I'd hoped. We are now off to the hospital to see if I need to, well, don't know what the hell I need to do to it.
Stitches.
Could be a bit of fun at work tomorrow, but yeah, not good, not good. So I'll give you an update tomorrow. Well, already we're on our way back home. I've been to the hospital, I'm all tidied and cleaned up, and there was a couple of cuts, one of which was pretty bad and all the meat was hanging out, and but I've been patched up, glued, stitched things stuck on me, and I'm all cleaned up, and yeah, the nurse said see you next week. No, she didn't really, but so that's it. There you go. What a successful first flight. Not.
Bacon and cheese.
So it is, what day is it?
17.
It is Saturday 17th, and after the other day's disaster, I've now hopefully fixed it. There it is, looking like it should be okay. A little bit nervous for the obvious reasons, but today is going to be the first, well, the second test flight, so we'll see if it flies alright today, and if it doesn't, well, I don't know, fingers crossed, but not my right hand. We've done it. Taking no chances today. Moment of truth. That's a no then, isn't it?
What's your fingers? Hmm. Try it on the patio bit. No. Are the propellers in the right order?
So I've decided I'm going to drop the KK2 computer because I can't get it to fly level, and I don't know whether it's an issue with an ESC, a motor, or whether it's the computer playing silly buggers. So I'm going to swap the KK2 out for the NASA Lite computer, which is a little bit cleverer but definitely a lot more simple, and it's programmable from the PC rather than trying to do it through all the editing settings in the board. So we'll do that and then we'll come back and see if we can make it fly properly. And that's all I've got for now.